How's it going, everyone? Chad from Wonderspark Puppets here, and today we're going to talk about another, let's say, advanced technique called double brain. Yes, or two brains at once, it's an old vent trick, and I'm going to teach you it today. So, what do we mean by double brain or two brains? Well, most of the time, if you're a good puppeteer and you are puppeteering a character, you are looking at it all the time, staring at it, because if you're doing anything else, you can't exactly see what this character is doing. So you always want to be looking at your puppet, right? This technique, you do not look at your puppet all the time, and that is the secret to ventriloquism in a way, without like the throwing your voice thing. It's creating the illusion that the puppet and you, if we're visible at the same time, are two different entities. That's right. That you're coexisting and that you are different characters. Like you have two spirits, two brains happening at the same time. How do you accomplish this, right? Great Broadway shows have done this. Hand to God most recently, where there is an actor on stage and they're holding a puppet and they seem to be independent, like they're a totally different like entity or soul or spirit, which is not the case. It's just an illusion or a trick. The puppet can only move when you are moving it, right? You are literally attached to it, but this will trick or fool the audience into thinking that this is a totally different character, right? Yeah, look at it go. So here it is. Instead of me, puppeteer, looking at the puppets all the time so I can see it and do some beautiful movement with it, instead, I'm going to look out into outer space at the beginning. The puppet is going to make a movement with me not looking at it. Okay, then I react to its movement. Look, it's going to look over there. Then I move. Then it moves. Then I move. It can be as simple as I'm looking at the puppet, it tells a joke, and I react to the joke. It tells another joke, and I react to the joke. I mean, that's your typical vent shtick. Right, boil it down to the basics. So here's an exercise for you, okay? So with your puppet on your hand, have the puppet look around while you were not looking at it. Find something interesting. Wow, look at that. And then get your attention. Hey. And then you react. Puppet leads, then you move. Puppet finds something else. Look over there. Huh? Then you move. Right, and it could be just that simple. So in this way, the puppet is always leading. Okay. Before, in our regular puppet and movements, you're always staring at the puppet and you're always tethered with your eyeballs onto the puppet, and that, in a certain way, in like the back of the audience's brain, they know that you are responsible for the puppet's movements. But if the puppet leads, and then you lead, or excuse me, and then you move. Puppet moves first, then you move. It gives it a little bit of the illusion that this character is actually alive. All right, so that's two brain. I encourage you to do this exercise. If you're into ventriloquism, there are some great tutorials on YouTube and Instagram, TikTok, like all these different social media platforms about throwing your voice, but you also have to be a good puppeteer. And remember, if this character is telling a joke or talking at all, I'm looking at it, and they're looking out into the audience, right? If I tell a joke, this character tells a joke, I'm looking at it. And if I talk, the character's looking at me. And we go back and forth just like that. Okay, so future ventriloquists of America and the world, I wish you all the best. My name is Chad from Wonderspark Puppets, and we'll see you next time. Bye.